KQNY Radio News is supported by Heat Transfer Systems. They can be reached at 530-283-3665 for all HVAC needs including conventional, geothermal, ductless systems, and more. And Feather Financial, here to help with insurance, tax preparation, and accounting services. They're at 530-283-2341 and online at featherfinancial.com. Sierra Pacific Industries is committed to sustainable forest management and also supports KQNY Radio News. Information about career opportunities with SPI is available at 530-283-2820 and online at spi-ind.com/employment.
In partnership with the Plumas Sun, this is KQNY Radio News.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Dave Lo-Schiavo. Relocate to Plumas County and get $5,000.
And I'm Tommy Miles. The controversy continues over Plumas County's 2024-25 Civil Grand Jury Report.
Those stories and more on this edition of KQNY Radio News. The La Sierra Chamber of Commerce announces Plumas County is officially going on the offensive to combat decades of population decline and revitalize the local economy. Organizers recently announced the impending launch of the Move In Plumas County Relocation Recruitment Initiative, a public-private partnership designed to repopulate Plumas County's communities. In collaboration with the Business Resiliency and Economic Development Subcommittee, local chambers of commerce, and private donors, the program uses data-driven recruitment to sustain county infrastructure and boost local economic activity. The program was catalyzed by a landmark $20,000 lead in contribution from Sierra Pacific Industries, marking the first significant private sector push to repopulate the region. An additional $5,000 contribution from the La Sierra Chamber of Commerce and $1,000 from a private donor secures the capital needed to begin operations for the next 6 months, said organizers. The program markets the entire Plumas County region, highlighting its scenic natural environment and rural lifestyle. Following successful national models, the program will offer a $5,000 move-in bonus for the first 10 verified families relocating to the county, supplemented by $500 to $1,000 in local welcome perks to help new families connect and spend locally. The Chamber calls Plumas County a sanctuary for those who crave a deep connection to the outdoors and a resilient, close-knit community. It's the perfect home for financially secure families aged 35 to 55, remote professionals, and entrepreneurs who are tired of the urban grind and high cost of living, said chamber organizers. They invite those interested in moving to the area to apply at moveinplumas.com. We're here for the long haul and want to be part of helping the community grow and prosper, said Dan Quarton, area manager for SPI. We believe that by investing in programs that bring new families here, we aren't just filling homes, we're preserving the future of the local workforce and the vitality of our towns. Matt Taborski, SPI Quincy plant manager, added, "We have seen incredible progress in rebuilding our physical infrastructure. The Move-In program is the final piece of that puzzle, bringing in the people who will make these communities whole again." For every 10 families recruited, the program estimates a return of over $247,500 annually to local schools and the tax base. This public-private partnership aims to turn the tide on a projected 30% population loss by 2060 by focusing on those with the means to invest in local homes and businesses.
Controversy over the report of Plumas County's 2024-25 Civil Grand Jury once again spilled into the County Supervisor's boardroom on February 10th, airing questions about who did what and on whose authority. At issue are a published grand jury report sharing the results of 2 investigations, a published grand jury report sharing 3 investigations, and a rumored 4th investigation not included in either published report. That 4th investigation relates to the Chester Public Utility District. Despite the Plumas County Board of Supervisors' limited role with grand juries, acrimonious disagreements have arisen at 3 separate meetings since the dual reports were issued in late June. The February 10th meeting, which included nothing about the grand jury report on the agenda, was the most recent. Clint Coble, a resident of Hamilton Branch, used the public comment period to share what he called, quote, considerable speculation about the grand jury's official 2025 publication. It was, quote, missing its major report, he said, an apparent reference to the alleged investigation of the Chester Public Utility District. The omission left members of the jury, quote, marginalized if not dismissed by justice, said Coble, who served on the 2025 grand jury. Grand juries are, by state statute, designed to be independent investigative bodies. Coble said he and other jury members were, quote, made to feel we didn't matter by the county officials serving in advisory positions. Coble said a person interviewed by the grand jury sent a, quote, scathing and libelous letter to the county supervisors. Plumas County Superior Court Judge Douglas Prouty, the presiding judge, and District Attorney David Hollister. The judge and district attorney responded by calling a meeting of the jurors and questioning their interview procedures, said Coble. That felt, quote, like a reprimand or disrespect and deep humiliation, he said. Along with the missing investigation, the jurors felt as though their findings and recommendations were, quote, thrown out the window without legal cause, Coble said. Any suggestion that last year's grand jury report had a portion omitted by the judge is, quote, a categorically false statement, said D.A. David Hollister. Using a section of the February 10th agenda for department head announcements, Hollister said he would have ignored Coble's comment, quote, like other false tales on social media, unquote, if a similar comment had not been shared publicly at the previous Board of Supervisors meeting. Hollister was referencing comments made February 3rd by Supervisor Tom McGowan during a discussion about authorizing a $900 budget transfer to cover expenses for the 2025-26 grand jury. McGowan said he was disappointed that previous grand jury results had been, quote, shoved under the table. It concerns me that a grand jury investigation was shelved and ignored, McGowan said on February 3rd. After that meeting, Hollister took McGowan to task in the public hallway outside the boardroom, a conversation that was witnessed by the Plumas Sun, among others. A week later, McGowan publicly apologized for, quote, misspeaking, but he returned to the matter February 10th. Quote, I'm expressing the frustration of many in the northern end of the county who are convinced that there is an ember, a spark, that something was left unexplained, unquote. Hollister countered, quote, the suggestion that the judge removed a portion of the final report is not only patently false, but really unfair to the Superior Court judges and the institution of the grand jury, he said. According to the California Department of Justice, a grand jury is an independent body that operates separately from the entities and officials it investigates. It conducts its investigations under the auspices of the Superior Court. The district attorney and county counsel can act as advisors on request. The jury's final report must be approved by at least 12 of its 19 members. Prior to publication, it is submitted to the presiding judge, who may or may not approve it, Hollister said. Whether the final report is approved by the presiding judge or the county counsel or the DA has no bearing on publication, he added. Quote, by law, neither can forbid publication, said Hollister, citing the California Grand Jury Manual and a court case involving Santa Barbara County. The 2024-25 grand jury report has been controversial since June, when jurors issued not one but two reports. The version sent by the grand jury to Plumas County Clerk of the Board Alan Hiskey included two investigations. It has been posted on the county website since June 26th. The version grand jury members sent to the Plumas Sun included an additional third investigation. It has been posted on the Plumas Sun website since July 11th. Neither published report released by members of the grand jury included the missing investigation Coble referenced, said to be about the CPUD. The February 10th discussion at the supervisors' meeting did nothing to clarify how the grand jury released two different versions of its report to the public, but it did make clear the proper procedure for supervisors, at least going forward. In the future, only a report confirmed by the Superior Court judge will be posted on the Plumas County website, said Board of Supervisors Chair Mimi Hall. The supervisors have limited involvement with grand juries. They are tasked with responding to any investigations that involve county operations or departments. They also provide an annual budget and post final reports, Hall said. State law allows the supervisors to set the size of a grand jury. In November, at Hollister's recommendation, they reduced the size of the 2025-26 grand jury from 19 to 11 members. The action was designed to enable the jury to meet a quorum, which is 12 with a 19-member panel or 7 with an 11-member panel, Hall said. Coble disagreed with the reduction, asking the supervisors to rescind their decision. Quote, the system needs to be fixed, not destroyed, he said.
The candidate filing period for local county offices is open and will run through March 6th at 5 p.m. unless extended. Eligible candidates will appear on the ballots for the statewide direct primary election Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026. The local county offices open for re-election this term include Judge of the Superior Court Department 1, Plumas County Supervisor, District 3, representing Chester and Lake Almanor, Plumas County Supervisor, District 5, representing East Quincy, Cromberg, and Gray Eagle, Assessor, Auditor Controller, Clerk Recorder, Registrar of Voters, County Superintendent of Schools, and Treasurer Tax Collector. To be eligible, candidates must be 18 years or older and reside in Plumas County or in the district they are running to represent. Other qualifications may be required to run for some elected positions. The term of office for all positions is 4 years, with the exception of Superior Court judgeship, which carries a 6-year term. Interested people must complete a declaration for candidacy form and provide a statement of qualifications. Election forms and information are available at the Plumas County Clerk Recorder Election Office, Room 102, located at the Plumas County Courthouse at 520 Main Street in Quincy. Candidates who miss the filing deadline may run as write-ins. In order for write-in candidates to have their votes tabulated, they must file write-in candidacy and nomination documents with the County Elections Office between April 6th and May 19th at 5 p.m. For more information, visit the Plumas County Clerk Recorder Elections page or call 530-283-6256 or 844-676-VOTE.
And that's it for this edition of KQNY Radio News. Thanks for listening. We'll see you again soon.
This program is a production of KQNY Community Affairs Programming, and it's powered by the Plumas Sun, a group of Plumas County journalists and organizers committed to providing high-quality, objective coverage of local news. The Plumas Sun and KQNY both depend on community support, so please consider helping us out by going to KQNY919.org and plumassun.org and making a donation. Thank you for helping to keep local news on the web and on the air.